Hi, I'm Brad Smart, and the title of this Top Grading Tips is Brad's Strangest Interviews. This one, a top grading interview derails a run for president. As you'll soon understand, all names have been changed. A charismatic CEO asked me to help him turn a company around, and his 5-year goal was to run for and become President of the United States. I was interviewing all the executives in the company as a part of a top grading audit, just to see who are the A players and those with A potential and who might have to be replaced. The vice president of distribution had been struggling to get results because the union rates in warehouses were higher than what competitors paid. During the interview, I was noting a weird pattern. He kept referring to the mob. Here's the top grading tip inserted right here. When a strange topic is repeatedly brought up by the interviewee, stay cool, let the topic come up again, maybe again, and toward the end of the interview, confront the person. Hey, why are you bringing up this topic so often? Anyway, back to the story. The pattern, of course, became a big, bright red flag to me. I needed, you guessed it, to probe, but I wanted to do so subtly. I didn't want to scare him away from mentioning the mob anymore, so when he brought up a few more times, I listened, but really didn't probe much during most of the interview. But at the end of the interview, I figured out an indirect way to broach the subject. I was thinking, why the heck are you so preoccupied with the mob? Or, are you in bed with mobsters? But my question became, have you had any mob contact recently? He said yes. 2, get this, he said it, 2 reputed hitmen for the mob had been to the corporate offices several times and wanted to offer the CEO an, quote, incentive, unquote, which amounted to, hey, make payments of $50,000 per month to a certain law firm, labor relations consultancy. And guess what? The thugs promised that the onerous union contracts would just go away. Knowing that the former head of the union was in jail, I asked how the national union could enforce local contracts, and he made it clear that a local who refused to do what the jailbird had requested would be killed. Gulp. Or in mob lingo, that guy would be whacked, rubbed out. I interrupted the interview, marched the executive to visit the CEO, and no, if you're guessing, was not Donald Trump, was not Lee Iacocca, was not Ross Perot, someone else. The CEO heard the story, absolutely and instantly declined to pay the bribe. But the onerous union contracts continued, the company continued to decline, and the board eventually replaced the CEO. It occurs to me decades later that if I had not discovered the VP's mafia contacts, one of the best known companies in the United States just might have become party to corruption and maybe even murder. And of course, if that little tidbit became public with the then former CEO running for president, well, of course, instantly he would have had to drop out of the race. Till next time, and next time will probably be a more substantive top grading tips, but hey, top grade your team and you will top grade your profits.